Great pass by Marcus Smart. Like, I'm wide open over here.
Speaking of LeBron, he is now speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
Well, quite a sequence of events there. And the first inbounds pass, you getting it, and I guess the no call, and then getting possession back with Paolo, and how that ending up with a wide open three for Luke Kennard. Can you just kind of take me through the swings there?
How's I supposed to go? Missed call, and obvious missed call. They missed the call, and I mean, turned out the best for us. We was able to hit a three. Great play calls by Coach St. Jean. JJ drew him up on the board, and we followed him to a T. Marcus made all the reads, and obviously Luke nailed it.
Can you just take me through kind of the exact things that you're doing in a play like that, and then once the ball actually gets to Luke, just kind of the confidence that you have that it's going through?
We got a lot of action going on simultaneously, and once we had the movement going, then my job is to try to, make a hard dive at the rim, and hopefully I can, take my grab. So hopefully my move to the rim can pull gravity towards it, and it did. And it did. A couple guys went with me, and it left Luke wide open. One of the best shooters in the NBA, so just try to do my job.
So you kind of turn around, right? Once you know that the job is done, where the ball is in his hands, and does elation hit right away? Do you wait till it switches through the net? You still have, they could throw the ball down court, whatever?
When I turned and saw who the ball was in his hands on a wide open three, I pretty much knew it was cash. But obviously you got to see it go through. And, obviously I had a super quick reaction right after it, and I knew they had no timeout, so we had to get back on defense and at least get a hand up, and I think that was Luka against Luka or AR on Suggs, and was able to win the game.
You guys continue to have an elite record in clutch time situations. What's the feeling like, the shared feeling, I guess, when you need to make plays down the stretch, knowing that as a group you've done that so many times throughout the season?
Sense of calmness. There's no pressure. We're just calm in those moments. We know we can get stops, and we know we can make plays, and we did that.
You've done this 1,600 and 112 times as of today. I know you stay in the moment on these types of things, but you had to know, like, you're prepping tonight to play the most regular season games of anybody. What was that like?
It was a regular prep day. I mean, I kept it, the same as the previous, whatever, 1,600, whatever the record is. But I knew, once I stepped on the floor and the game began, that I was breaking the record, and that's a pretty cool thing. I said it the other night. The best thing you can have for your teammates is availability, and I've tried to be available throughout my career, 2 decades plus, to my guys, and that's just it's a byproduct of it.
Did it feel fitting that your first bucket was like one of the plays you're probably most known for?
A steal and a dunk. Yeah, probably.
It's really good when you don't have to talk about the situation going on with Luka Doncic right now regarding picking up his 16th technical foul in this game, which according to league policy means he will be suspended for the next game played, which would be versus Detroit on Monday. However, JJ just mentioned they'll try and figure out to see if they can get that rescinded. If not, nonetheless, obviously that's a situation that's on their hands right now if he does miss. But you did mention, 12 million points in the last 48 hours for Luka. He is at 133 over the last 72. So despite, you got to factor in the situation and the facts that are at hand right now.
Yes, and the reacting is always going to get you in trouble, right? There's a way to respond to what something that is said or something that is done that may be disrespectful to you or your family, etc. If you're aware of the circumstances, you have a choice to make. He made the choice to react in the moment. They can win the game without him, to be honest. If he doesn't play on Monday night, that's just the reality of it because of the situation that they're in. The Pistons won't have Cade Cunningham. The Lakers have enough on their roster to still get it done. And then you just move on to the next game, and you don't overthink it. They'll go through their process of trying to see if they can get it rescinded, but it is what it is at this point.
I want to see him get it rescinded, not just the fact that Luka's on the roll, but I'm thinking more for him and the role he is as far as MVP. This is one of the key games, especially going up against Detroit, who's, the top team in the East. And that performance against them is going to make, the voters look up and say, oh, even though there's no Cade Cunningham, but I'm still, sometimes they don't watch. They just look at Detroit beat by Lakers and, oh, Luka had 60 points. And for me, that's the one thing that I hope it gets rescinded and Luka understands that it hits home for him. Like, I can't put myself in that position. You can say whatever you want about my family, my daughter, my whatever it is. You got to understand, those are just words. You know, words aren't going to bother you, but that getting that L on him is going to bother him more than those words. So I think that's what this situation can put Luke in the mindset, like, oh, I got to be more presence of mind, not to get out of my character and be better.
Yeah, because two things. One, once I know that about you, there's going to be somebody in the playoffs that'll do the same thing to get you to react, if that's what it takes to get you a technical or your fifth foul or whatever, sixth foul, whatever the situation may be. Secondly, when the NBA does go through the process of determining whether to rescind it or not, they're going to talk to the big guy, Bataze, and get a statement from him, ask him what he said, make sure that everything is known, the facts. And depending on what he said, if he tells the truth, or they may ask other players that were within earshot of the conversation, they're going to talk to the